Okay, so I've let the first layer harden. I've smoothed it off as best I could with my hands, a little bit of water, a little paper towel, and make sure that there's no stone around the teeth or on the teeth. If I've covered the wax just slightly, that's fine. In some dentures, you'll see that there's an undercut. You want to close it off anyhow. But the whole idea is that there's no undercut, so when I remove this, the two halves separate easily. So I Vaseline the stone only here. Keep in mind what I'm doing here. Vaseline the stone only. Don't miss your procedures. Otherwise, the two layers will not separate. I've mixed 50-50 stone here, and I'm just going to... I've mixed it a little thinner than usual. It might have thickened up slightly while I had the phone fumbling around. And I'm going to put some just on the teeth. I've also ensured beforehand that I make sure my flasks close perfectly. I've exposed the edges here. I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to kind of compress the stone around the teeth, kind of breaking any surface tension that there might be. Sometimes the stone is a little bit of a oil and vinegar to wax. It's kind of falls off. I want to ensure that there's no air bubbles. I've got my perfect wax up, completely replicated in stone around my gingival margins. I'm going to close the flask now, make sure I don't have any in between. And at this time, I can introduce a little bit more stone just to cover the teeth. And I'm just going to tap this on the bench, kind of bench vibrate, so to speak, till I cover the teeth. And that should be sufficient. We don't have to go nuts or crazy. Make sure that the teeth are not exposed at all. But they're covered. And just over the top of, for the third layer, I could wait and let it set, apply more Vaseline, or a little paper towel that I had beside me here. And this will be my third layer separator, which is going to ease in deflasking, taking the pressure off those, especially those anterior teeth that may be susceptible to fracture. Overflow the flask slightly to ensure that I can get the lid completely full, kind of compress the air out the sides. And as you can see, I've got an equal layer of stone around. I'm going to wait for that to set, and then I'll put it in the boil-out tank for 9 minutes, soften the wax, make sure I have a kettle ready, eradicate the wax, a little detergent, denture separator, have the acrylic mixed, and flask as we did project number 1. Okay? Thank you.